All right, guys, so you can see these black veins popped up all over this pumpkin. We've been trying to hold off on this and show you all, but this is the 947 cook. We kept on filling around the base of it. We never could feel anything going on. You guys can see here it's sapping. It's sapping pretty good right now. Yeah, it's been sapping and stuff, and it's now it's then got to where it's weak. Sap mark there. Here's a sap mark over here. And all these spots are really, really hard. Look here, I'm pushing it hard on that spot, and it's not. And this thing is solid as a rock. I guess we just lost the bottom. I probably should have built it up on more sand than I did, so that's my fault completely. You live and you learn, right? This was never going to be, a great pumpkin. I don't think it was ever going to hit 1,000 pounds, but we did really, really good on it, and it's grown on a secondary. The plant is, pretty small. It's a 947 cook, big, beautiful, orange, bright pumpkin. We love the color. Smooth, baby, soft steel, guys. Love this pumpkin. And we crossed it with that 739 over there that you can see the top of. And so, guys, these seeds are going to be available very soon. So if you want any, let me know. But we're going to run a competition on it. Tell you how the competition will go. We have the tape. We taped it today. We know what it taped for a final taping for the OTT. So whoever can guess closest to that number will win some seeds out of her. Then we're going to do a second part of the contest. We're going to chunk it up in manageable pieces. I'll take it up to the porch. I'll weigh it up there on the scales for home scales. Those are very, very accurate. You guys have seen how accurate they've been all season long. So we're going to weigh it on that and get a roundabout estimate, because there's no way to pick this up and get a weight on it. The bottom is totally gone. I'll show you that in a minute. But anyhow, we're going to chunk it up. Small enough pieces we can carry it up there, weigh it. We'll weigh the seeds before they're cleaned, get that weight, of course, and then we'll guesstimate based on thickness and size how big the bottom was, all right? And we'll add that in, and we'll get a total weight for that. That way we know if it went light or heavy to chart, because I'm very interested in that, because this thing is a great seed cross. And so we'll get that weight, and whoever can guess closest to that number, that is the guesstimated weight of what it weighs like it is right now, you'll win some seeds as well. So, we're going to see what it does. I did the same thing when I weighed the 950 cook that was DMG back in 2021. So, we know it went heavy to chart. We're going to see if this one does as well. And, so anyways, I'm going to hand the phone over to Annie, and we're going to get we're going to trade the camera for the machete. And we're going to do a little bit of cutting here. I'm real quick. Let me show you, honey, down here. So it did in fact rot down here, but what's weird is the bottom is solid. The bottom is that is all solid right there for right now. Like I don't understand. Like that's as far as I can go in right there. So it's very weird. I don't know what happened. I wish I did, but I don't. So, but anyhow, let's see if we can get into this fruit here. What do you think is a good way to do this?
No idea.
even know if my knife's if it's going all the way through there or not. Y'all want me to leave it like that and see if it heals up? See if that big old crack heals up. Oh my goodness, y'all, this thing is... Man, this makes me sick. I hate that happened. But at least we knew that it was going to happen. Based on what we were seeing, we were pretty for certain that, man, that thing is, that's a thick back shoulder to this pumpkin, y'all. Oh my goodness. God, I'm telling y'all. Alright, let's see if we can. Yeah, pigs are going to be happy. Goats will be happy. Everybody else's animals in the community will be happy. Deers will be happy. We've been waiting on this all summer. Couldn't last another 2-3 weeks, could you there, old girl? Just had enough of the bad season. I understand it, trust me. I do. I do. I almost got it there. The blossom end's very, very thin. Very thin. Let me see if I can pop that out there. Let's see here. Yeah, y'all. It's told you that shoulder was pretty thick. Look here at the top how thick it is, y'all. Look at my hand. Look at that. That's a pretty thick pumpkin, y'all. I mean, it's pretty good. So we're going to continue to chunk it up. It looks like the bottom's solid, so we're going to get a complete and total weight on this thing. So yeah, we'll get it chunked up, get it carried up there, and I'll have the kids dig the seeds out of it. And we'll get them cleaned up and stuff. So we'll be able to carry it just like this up there, and we'll be good to go. We're gonna get off of here, and we'll come back when we're weighing it. See ya. All right, y'all. It's been quite the chore here. This is the front end, blossom end, where the bad spot is. You guys can see how it was getting rotted in there. None of the bottom was rotted. This is the bottom. I done took the shoulder. You can see right there what was attached. Took the shoulders already, took one chunk of the bottom. The bottom was not bad. I don't know what happened to this pumpkin. I don't know why it was rotting right here like that. It don't make no sense. But you guys can see the darker spots in it where all the veins on the outside were and stuff. And I mean, none of the bottom's rotted. That's a solid 4 to 5 inches thick.
One soft spot there.
And one soft spot right there is all that there is. See it right there? That's all there was. Almost makes me wonder if I shouldn't have. It didn't go through. It makes me wonder if I shouldn't have cleaned it out, put a fan on it, and left it alone. But you just never know with these things. It's better to just go on ahead and, in my opinion, to get it on out at this late in the game. I got other ones over there growing. They're not going to get big, but you guys can see them over there. There's one right there. There's one in there. Let them grow, have some fun, whatever. Let the kids' pumpkins, let that be the kids' pumpkins and stuff. But yeah, we'll get this weighed real quick and get the seeds cleaned out of it. Thankfully, that wasn't too bad rotted. So now we can weigh the pieces intact like they are and add them up without ever having to take any of the guts out or any of the seeds out. We're not going to lose any weight except for evaporation moisture that's coming out of them right now. We've tried to hurry up and get through that, so now we're going to just hurry up and go weigh it, and hopefully we've got a pretty decent sized pumpkin that went heavy to chart, so we'll see.
Look at that root. When Ryan moved that part of the pumpkin, there's a big root sticking out there growing. Hard to tell what that goes to.
Okay guys, here's all the pumpkin pieces up here. I'm gonna get them weighed.
$59.6.
59.6. $46.8. $37.8. You see it?
Yep, 76 pounds even.
Yep. All right, y'all. Yep, she's done. She is done. She's puking right here. I believe she's done. She's feeling pretty soft under there. I don't know. Yep, she's soft right there. It don't sound real hard. So I'm assuming the entire bottom is rotted because I can flex it. See how I'm flexing it? And I just don't think that it should be like it. So I'm gonna assume that that's not just a weak spot, that is a rot spot. So yeah, I mean, you can see the foam coming out there. Yeah, so she's pretty done. Son of a gun. That can't be good. Should have put some Flex Seal on it, because that's a lot of weight coming out of there. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of weight coming out of this fruit right now. Got one little spot right there. Can't believe it. Just cannot believe it. I should have waited before I done this. God only knows how much weight just leaked out of this thing. I was trying to see if I could salvage it, scrape it out, put a fan on it. It'd be all right, but that is not the case. No, it is not. Not happening with this one. I cannot believe all this stuff falling out of there. That's crazy. Look at this. Look at all that. I bet you there's a gallon or better than poured out of there. I mean, it's a thick, crazy thick fruit. it just keeps right on pouring. That's bad. That's so sad. I've never had one do this. That's sad. Sad, 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 sad. All right, y'all, so this one is pushing sand. You can see pushing a lot of sand there. The blossom's super low to the ground. It's crazy. And this pumpkin's like really, really tall. Like like this, the camera really doesn't do justice for this thing. It's like, if you've seen it in person, this thing it's wide. It's like almost right at 100 inches wide. All right. And it's just big. It's just a big, big pumpkin. We've got quite a while still left for this thing to grow. If it keeps on doing the numbers that it's doing, we are going to have a massive, massive pumpkin. Now, of course, that pumpkin here will not be nearly as big as that one down there. Oh man, guys, that thing there, if God sees fit, that thing there is going to be the biggest pumpkin I've ever grown. And I am just ecstatic. That thing is massive, y'all. I mean, it's just big. And then you guys, you see a little bit of orange up there in the corner up there? Well, that thing is pushing a lot of weight too. It just came on all of a sudden. It had been 20s and 25 pound gains every day. Very, 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 very consistent. 20 to 25 pounds every day. And it's just jumped. I mean, it jumped major. All right. 47 pounds is what it's gaining a day right now. I don't know if we can continue that. I mean, maybe, hopefully we can. If we can, we're looking at, again, the biggest pumpkin I've ever grown. That one I hope to take to the North Carolina State Fair. All right. And so we'll see where that one will go. It's still a young pumpkin. It's, I think it's 39 days old, something like that. Really, really doing good, man. I'm very, very happy with that pumpkin. And it's got a big plant. Plant's over 1,800 square foot. Plant goes all the way back behind the trellis over there. That's the one that I pulled all those culls off of. And I guess once I pulled them culls off of there and they quit sucking all the nutrients and food, that pumpkin was like, hey, 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 no more 20 and 25 pound days. Now I can gain 47 a day. And it's skyrocketed, guys. I mean, it just, I was looking out the window this morning at it, and I thought, my God, that thing looks like it's doubled in size. Came out here and measured, because I haven't been measuring very often. Came out here and measured, and it had almost doubled in size. Like, it was crazy. So I was ecstatic, right? So, you know, it was setting at a couple, let's see, last week it was setting at roughly 500 and something, like 505 or something, maybe like that. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look. So like I said, it almost doubled in size. Pretty stinking happy with the gains that we've gotten this week. I mean, I'm pretty happy. The problem with that one is it's setting in a bad spot. I got to go get some more sand, like a lot more sand, to put up underneath it on the sides and on the front and the back of it. We got to get the sand up there on it and stuff. So we'll have to work on that. Had a little bit of stem issues today. Got that taken care of. Got a fan on it. Got it drying off. So all in all, everything's looking pretty good. Now, guys, these pumpkins could say, hey, you know what? Tomorrow's my last day. You know, here's my resignation, and they just quit. I've had them do that. Year after year after year, I have had these pumpkins like, oh man, this is going to be a big old pumpkin, and it just tapers out and quits on me. you know, about the mid-September, you know what I mean? And here we are, September 10th, all right? So you guys can see there, well, I don't say September 10th, but let me see. Let me get my watch fixed here. There we go. September 10th, all right? And so, yeah, you know, we're looking pretty good. So I'm very, very thankful. I'm blessed. I just, you know, even if none of these get weighed, except for here, you know, put them on a daggone lift ring and my crane scale and lift them, even if that's the only way they get weighed and end up being the biggest ones I've ever grown, I will still be happy with that number, because that is just tremendous for the season we've had, for the hardships. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, my wife will tell you, because she's been out here fussing at me the whole time we've been taping. I told you to start feeding them things back months ago, and now you just started feeding them heavy. And you know, because I really haven't, guys. I've not poured much feed to these guys this year. I really haven't. I have hit them with a lot of compost teas, but I haven't really fed them anything. So I started feeding them and stuff. Now this one here, I will have to tell you this, I did blow the main vine out on this 3 different spots. So it could just stop. I blew the main vine out 3 different spots, just like I blew the main vine out on that pumpkin right there earlier in the season, where that little white hut is over there. That's where it was blown out at. Now I did do the same thing to this one. Not as severe. All right, it's not nearly as severe, but I did do it. So what I'm hoping is, though, that since it's not as severe and the secondaries and everything, maybe it'll just continue to go and grow like it is, and we'll be all right. And I'm happy with the weight that this pumpkin could end up at with the numbers we're getting. I'm very happy with that. There is maybe possibly a couple other surprise pumpkins other than the one that we don't talk about, which is that one right there. There might be another one hiding out somewhere. So we'll just have to see. I'm trying to keep that low key and down and not talk about it. That's why I've not did any drone shots this year. I've not did anything like that. I've got drone shots, but I've not put them on here or anywhere on social media. Just want that anticipation to come, because there are some who, when I show up to a weigh off, with something like this, I believe it's going to blow their minds. And I've not made any commitments to where I'm going or what I'm doing. I have paid all my fees and entry fees. I might show up to Yadkin Valley. I might show up to the Virginia State Fair. I might show up to Spring Hope. I might show up to Aldart. I might show up to the Roberts Family Farm. I might show up to the West Virginia Wild and Wonderful. You never know where this old boy's going to show up at, all right? And so that's what I like about this. I might show up to the North Carolina State Fair. I might. I don't know, right? Pumpkins are going to tell me where they want to go, and we're going to take them there accordingly. And we're going to do what we got to do to kind of get by this pitiful year, right? So anyhow, yeah. It's been a great season. God has really blessed us and done great with it, and I'm thankful for that, because without Him, none of this is possible. I give all the credit to God completely and totally. There's nothing that I'd come in here and do that's special, that makes me some great grower or any of that. Really isn't. Nothing I do. All right. Do I come out here and feed them and water them and tend to them when they need tending to, rod issues or whatever? Absolutely, right? I'm supposed to be a good steward of the land. That's what I'm being. But do I grow these pumpkins? No, sir. I don't grow them. God does. So He gets all the glory for it, not me. I ain't taking no credit for it. I'm going to give it all to Him and let Him be the one that gets the glory for it. And we're going to leave it at that. But He has truly blessed me in a really bad year, and I'm very, very thankful for that. It appears that we have a new state record field pumpkin over there. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to pull it off probably tomorrow or maybe the next day. I'm watching it very carefully. The stem is really, really getting... I've never seen a field pumpkin get a stem like this. It's a massive stem. I mean, that thing's big, like that big around. But it's not soft, but it ain't hard either, if that makes sense. And it's kind of tannish gray looking, which is worrying me really, really bad. The pumpkin itself looks great, and it's blushing a little bit. I mean, which is, you know, it's not green anymore. It's kind of oranging up a little bit, but it still should be about a week out before total orange, right? Maybe even further. But I'm measuring it today. It should be a new state record. So we'll see. I may have to pull it tomorrow or the next day and get it weighed. We'll see about that too. If it is, that'll be great. It'll beat my 81-pound state record from last year, which I'll be very thankful for. And we've got several more growing. We grew 2, 4, 6, 8 field pumpkin plants. 1 Morrow plant made it. No, 2 Morrow plants made it. I don't know that I have any Morrows in that patch. If there are, they're buried in a huge sea of green, and I can't find them. So anyhow, we'll see if there's any in there or not at another date. But it's just been fun. Been a lot of fun, even through all the bad, right? Even though my green squash died on me, right? I've still got other green squash growing, so I'm thankful for that. They might not be as big as that one, but it's okay, right? Even though my tomatoes only got 3 pounds, right? Even though, you know, all these different things that I wish would have went better, I've learned a lot this season. This is probably the most how would you put this? The most educating season I've had, I guess you could say. I've learned more this season about a lot of different things than I've learned in 21 or 2022. So that in and of itself means a lot. But again, my wife told me, she said, you know, think of how big these would be and how fast they would be growing if you would have fed them like you should have been all season long instead of dragging your feet. And, you know, and it wasn't really dragging my feet. I seen how bad the season was and nothing really wanted to grow, so I didn't want to pump them full of fertilizer when they wouldn't grow with what was already there and available to them. And so I think about middle of August, about middle of August, I started pounding them pretty good, and we've seen significant gains in all these. So, you know, we're happy. We're very, very happy. We're very, very blessed and thankful. So hopefully they'll continue to do good. You could come out tomorrow and all of them be gone, you know. So that's just the facts. You come out tomorrow and everything be toast. You know, they've made it through storms. They've made it through hell. They've made it through drought. They've made it through excessive rain. They've made it through a lot, and like I said, the only reason why they've done it is because of God now. So I give all my credit to Him. But anyhow, we're going to get off of here. I'm going to go put all this video together. It's roughly the whole week's worth of ups and downs that we've had, and we're going to get out of here. So guys, as always, we appreciate you watching. We really, really appreciate you watching. It means a lot to us, each and every one of you. Coming here, subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting. We really do appreciate y'all. Y'all are like our extended family, so thank y'all so much for all the great comments and all the wonderful encouragements, the messages that y'all send me, the emails and stuff y'all send me. Very, very thankful for all that. Thank you all so much. So we're going to get out of here. And as always, we appreciate you watching. We'll see you tomorrow right here in the hollers and hills of West Virginia. See y'all.
Don't forget to smash that like button. That notification bell. Don't get the
Good job. Here you go. Thank you.
Don't get the
Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. And subscribe.